Could we be a gaming podcast and not talk about Hollow Knight Silk Song? I guess we could, but we're going to talk about it this week. So come on in, take off your shoes. I don't know. It's getting a bit warm here in Australia, so not next to the fireplace. But if you're in the States, you might appreciate the fire at this time of year. I don't know. September? I haven't been there myself. Anyway, come on in. G'day everybody and welcome to the House of Mario, South Australian Nintendo podcast that is backed by a 120 Power Star rating. I'm your host Drew Agnew and the doors to episode 329 are open. Very excited tonight as I am joined by my wonderful co-host. It's Josh, or JT if you like. Josh, how you going this fine Tuesday evening?
Drew, I have been better. Definitely not 100%. I've been battling some sort of virus the last few days and kept me housebound mostly. Tried to run around Saturday and probably made it worse, but you know what it means, Drew? If I've been a bit sick, not feeling too well, it means I've been able to game a bit. So I've had a bit to play and a bit to talk about, so I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah, I expect that you've finished the Xenoblade Chronicles series, maybe some other JRPGs. You know,
yeah, a little bit like that, isn't it?
You've really utilised your time wisely, I hope. But
the only chance I get.
It's interesting because the game we're playing tonight is Dr. Mario. So you're going to be fighting viruses with your thumbs and with your immune system all at the same time. That'll be good fun.
Correct. I love this game. We were humming the music beforehand, so yeah, that'll be good. Keen for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It reminds me of, I remember like in primary school, we'll go to the computer lab and I found a website at school that wasn't blocked where you could download video game music. And that was one of the first ones that I downloaded, Dr. Mario. I don't even know if at the time I knew what Dr. Mario was, but I think it was the Melee version of like the Dr. Mario theme song. And yeah, that just, that hits hard. I remember like showing my friend and he was just showing me like Jack and Daxter music. He was a big PlayStation fan. I was a Nintendo fan. So I'm like, Check out this Nintendo music. He's like, no, I want to listen to this Jack and Daxter music. So for some reason, Dr. Mario reminds me of that.
Back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember people loving Jack and Daxter and no one loving Dr. Mario. So how times don't really change. People still don't really like Dr. Mario or talk about it, but that's all right.
I still got to play Jack and Daxter. I can't talk on it. It's one of those.
Yeah, I haven't played it either.
Yeah, it's a series that I've been meaning to play. I had it downloaded on PS4 for a long time because it's a part of like their subscription service, but the time never arose. But it might one day. You never know. Before I die, I hope I play Jack and Daxter.
You probably won't.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
Probably won't. But yeah, no. Apart from your cold, I hope you're going well. It sounds like you've been playing some video games, which I like to hear.
Yes.
I'm a little bit nervous this week. This is like the first full week of I guess sharing and things like that. So yeah, leaving early, getting home late, getting the kids to bed, and by the time that all happens, I'm ready for bed myself, whether it's 7:30 or 8.
You would be.
Whatever. So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit nervous as far as my gaming goes. It wasn't good to start with this year, to be honest. It was I'm a little bit touch and go with what I'm playing and how much I'm finishing games and all that. It's gone downhill tremendously this year. And look, I got lots of things to blame for that. I could blame myself, Josh. I'm like, you need to be more dedicated to the craft. You need to engage in entertainment that little bit more. Or I could just I could blame my daughter. She's gotten a little bit older now. She's getting around. She's a lot more work. And maybe it's something. Maybe it's all of those things all at once. I don't know.
I think it's you not having Game Pass because you're playing those games like you're finishing 50 games a year last year, and I reckon Game Pass is helping you achieve that. Don't know if that's happening this year.
Yeah, maybe I need to shell out more money to the mega conglomerate Microsoft. That might help me a little bit. It's not for a lack of games though. It's not. I don't know if that's my problem. It's not a lack of games. I seem to buy enough, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I am honestly a little bit nervous because it's the last 4 months of the year is such a grind. So, and it always makes me like wonder, how am I going to fit in the gaming? Then like, how am I going to fit in the podcast? It's sort of a downhill sort of thing from there. But the last eight,
Yeah.
I've been doing it the last 8 years of this show, so I guess I'll make it work again.
What do you do? Do you have like a different breakfast, or do you like get to bed earlier, or like is there something that you do just to help you survive and get through
Mm.
it?
Well, usually, unless I am organised, like I love the. I'm not an early bird, so the alarm goes
Mm.
off at 6, and I usually leave it as long as possible to get out of bed. Just give me enough time to chuck some clothes on and get in the car. To be honest,
Yeah, yeah.
so no. Ideally, I really romanticize this idea. Like, get up at 5 o'clock. Go to bed as early as possible. Get up at 5 o'clock. Then, like, have a coffee, have a drink, have breakfast, boot up the Switch or the Steam Deck or something, and play like an hour of games before I go. I'm like, that sounds really nice, but there's I haven't found the urge to wake up at 5 o'clock yet in the
Yeah.
morning to do that. I did it. Was it no? It was a couple of years ago at this point. I remember doing it specifically for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet when that came out. Like the morning of, I woke up, I had it downloaded, jumped straight into it, and played like an hour. And I found like a shiny straight away. It was a great morning. I had a lot of fun playing
Nice.
playing Pokemon before going to work, like a brand new game.
That was one time, or you did it for a while?
Uh, I can't remember, to be honest. But I do remember that one specifically. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I've been taking the like Switch 2 and Steam Deck and that every now and again, depending on what game I'm playing. I got the idea of playing it at lunchtime, but that honestly never happens as well. By the time you eat and all of that, sort of, you're not left with much time. Usually I just have a bit of a snooze, like in my lunch break, like in between shearing and all that. So yes,
Yep.
yes, I'm just got to get into a routine to allow the games, because the games, Josh, they're flowing. They're flowing in September.
There's a lot right now.
Mhm.
I feel a little overwhelmed with what I have, but in a good way. Like it's a lot of choice, so it's good.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably a good question to ask you. Like, do you bring the Switch 2 to work and have a bit of a fiddle at lunch times or anything like that? Do you fit in games like during the day, or no, it's just like an evening thing? Or
Definitely not when I'm in the office, but when I'm working from home, lunch breaks can definitely fill in those types of things. When I'm in the office, I like to, go outside, go for a walk on my lunch break, or I'll run some errands, things like that. But yeah, not typically.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Even at home, it's not till afterwards that it happens.
Yeah. I see Dolphin Pants in the chat over at youtube.com/RadRuby. He said that I completed like 44 games last year, and I think this year I have less than 15. So maybe there's something in the air. Maybe
Hey, okay.
maybe Dolphin Pants and I had the same puff of the same vape.
That was similar to you
Maybe
last year, and then probably similar this year as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I finished Wheel World like last week or whatever it was. But yeah, I haven't really finished much like before then. Like it's been
Haven't done much else.
yeah, like even like Donkey Kong in the Switch 2 backlog, it sort of piled up. Because I think this year, like I was so excited for Switch 2, I didn't really want to play anything else. So like literally like a couple of months before Switch 2, I'm like, I just want the Switch 2 and Mario Kart. Then I got it and just played a lot of Mario
I
Kart.
could feel that from you. I could definitely feel that from you. It was, I just want the new piece of tech, and everything else doesn't matter to me right now.
Yeah, so that filled in
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 months. Just like, all right, I don't really care about anything else. And then the Switch 2 comes out, and I play a lot of Mario Kart, and I'm sort of like, all right, what's the next thing? And like, I don't know, there's something about Donkey Kong. I don't know, it's not the game, it's me, but I'm just not, definitely not drawn to go back to it for whatever reason. I don't know.
Okay.
It seems like it's definitely a me problem. I'm not going to say it's the game's fault. Naughty Donkey Kong, how dare you? But yeah, I don't know.
I think if it was Mario, it would be drawing you in more.
It probably would, honestly. Yeah.
Okay.
And I knew that from the start. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I had questions about it that we've been, we talked about on the show and the lead up to Switch 2 and everything. But yeah, I've got to get back to it. But yeah, I'm just not drawn to it. But maybe that's just games in general. I'm not sure. Like, as you can hear, everyone, I'm in a bit of a rut. And sometimes, like last year, I really put in an effort not to get in the rut. And I didn't get in one at all throughout the whole year. But this year's just been I'm in a trench. Get me out of here, Josh. Give me your hand, mate. Lend a hand, drag me out of here.
Don't know. I think you get busy and I get free in the next couple of weeks. I've had my umpiring. I find it harder to play the games and the crows and following all that. And then you've not had your shearing, but now we're swapping. I'm going to be free of that soon, and then you're busy now. So I don't know what we do, man, because I'll be playing a lot more going into the later half of this year.
Yeah, you're gonna make me look bad. I need to hinder you and then come and cut off your thumbs. Slow you down a bit.
Make you look bad because you're not playing enough video games. We must be productive with our leisurely things we enjoy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I guess that's
Yep.
a little bit of the negative about I guess the pressure of maybe doing a podcast week to week, where it's like, man, I don't have much to talk about, and it is what it is. But yes, oh well. I have been.
Pick up the spike though.
I did play a little bit of Hollow Knight though, and I do have some things to say about it. I know you do too, and we'll jump into that a little bit later. But I've got to bring up your punishment, Josh, because last week we wrapped up the month of August.
No,
and I had a good lead at the start of the month. I had 2 wins in a row, and I let it go, Josh. You had 2 wins in a row, so last week was the tiebreaker.
I remember that. Yep.
And
I don't remember last week what happened.
Yeah, no, I was a bit hazy on it for whatever reason. Just beat you that bad, Josh. You're in a daze. Oh God, what happened?
I don't know. Yeah, that never happened. I have no recollection at all.
So I've got a punishment for you this week, Josh, since you lost last week, and it's nothing serious. I just for the next 10 minutes. So if you look at your computer or whatever clock you got until 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Yes, you cannot say Nintendo Switch. You can't say Nintendo Switch. You can't say Nintendo. You can't say Switch, and you can't say Nintendo Switch. So, and if you do, you get another punishment next week. Even if you win or lose or whatever this week.
I can't rhyme with it. I can't rhyme with it and call it Grintendo.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll allow it.
Mitch, you.
Yep. See, the thing is, you'll try the rhyme of it, but then you'll slip up. So it actually gives you more of a chance to bugger up. So you can if you want.
Okay, thank you.
I would just avoid it altogether. You know what I mean? I'll just stick.
Maybe.
Yeah, you just be like, oh, I played on the PlayStation.
On the Wii U.
I played on the Wii U. Yeah, well, you could. Who knows? So, yeah, good luck with that.
Okay. Thank you. I'll see how I go.
So yes, before we get into Hollow Knight Silksong, everybody, let's just do some housekeeping. If you'd like to check out the show on video, you can go to youtube.com/iDruby. We're live streaming it right now, and you can join us live at 8:30 Australian Central Standard Time, and it's a good old time. And please, if you'd like to join our community, there's a link in the show notes, both on podcast services and YouTube, to join the iDruby Homestead, where you can come on in and join a nice small community, have a chat, leave questions for the show. We've got plenty of questions later on from the community, so thank you very much to everybody. Dolphin Pants in the chat, who is very active in the Discord, so very much appreciated. And Josh, Nintendo Maniacs, your Nintendo podcast every fortnight news show, saw one dropped yesterday. So what's it all about?
Yeah, so I had Mark Kalaroff from Kirby Informer, so a very great website, and they've got a great social media as well. I had him on to talk everything Kirby, but specifically Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the new console that's come out from the company we love, and the Starcross World DLC. So we talked about that. He's a massive Kirby fan, and it was really great to get his insight on the DLC, but also Kirby overall. And we did some fun things like blind ranking copy abilities that Kirby has. Obviously talked about Hollow Knight Silksong because everyone did, and had some thoughts because he thinks he's pretty good, Mark, on guessing directs from this company that we love that supposedly has a direct this week. So go listen, check it out if you're interested in any of that. Love to get your thoughts, and hope you enjoy.
Brilliant. Yeah, go and check it out over on YouTube and the podcast services. But yeah,
Nintendo Maniacs.
It's just when you said about Silksong.
I said it. I never plug my show that way. Why'd I do that? Why did I do that? I did it. I was so good. I was calling it the other version too.
It's funny because when you first started saying like, "Oh, the company that we love and all that,"
Yeah.
the first like 2 seconds you're doing, I'm like, what are you saying? It's like, oh wait, yeah, you're trying to avoid the thing I just set up. Gotcha. Yeah, that's hilarious. You stepped in at what 3 minutes in?
Plugging my own show too much.
3 minutes in.
Couldn't even last not even 3 minutes. It was like 2 minutes 40 something. God damn. I couldn't even do it.
Good damn.
I'm sorry, guys. I failed.
We get another punishment next week. So if you
That's what I was worried about. If I stuff this up, I'm gonna have to do another one.
Yeah, no, it'll snowball. So like
I'm genuinely annoyed I stuffed that up. I thought, this is easy. I can do this. It'll be fun.
That cracks me up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Or definitely make it worth Josh's pain. Go and check out Nintendo Maniacs. As always, there's always show notes. Or sorry, there's always links in that in the podcast show notes anyway. So go and check it out. Make it worth Josh's fuck up.
God damn it.
I saw. I forgot exactly who it was. Was it in the Discord? Anyways, one of the. I'll bring up the actual question. Let's go bring it up on my phone because otherwise it will mix up.
Oh, is this what Mike Towns said?
I thought it was Mike. Yeah, Mike about.
Yeah, it's
about.
Yes.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah. So yeah, Mike Towns. If I no wait, no, that's a different one. Oh no, I can't find it. People left a lot more questions since I last had. Look, this is great, guys. Thanks everyone. All right, I can't read it verbatim, but Mike Towns basically said that's like, is it possible for a podcast to not have Hollow, Knight, Silk, or Song in the podcast title? And I never thought about it, but maybe I need to utilize that the SEO, Josh. Maybe we need to put Hollow Knight just straight in the title. And
well, that's what I did with mine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you may as well. But especially us, Josh. South Australian, Hollow Knight, homegrown, from Adelaide.
Super proud.
Yeah,
that's right.
Very proud. So all of these other people, they're from too far away. They can't use it in their title, Is that how it works?
I reckon. Like, we talked about this for years. It's finally out. And as Adelaide locals, like this is our greatest export, subjectively ever, the millions of copies that the first game sold, and this one will no doubt sell as well. So, why not? Yeah,
I was talking to Chantel about it. I'm like, this is probably like, just like Adelaide's biggest entertainment export. It probably would be, but like one of Adelaide's biggest things to come out of it anyway. Like it's kind of crazy. I'm like, everybody in this state should know what Hollow Knight is, and I dare say a lot of people wouldn't, it being just like an indie Metroidvania. But everybody should really know what Hollow Knight is and give it a look at, like who lives here, because it like super important. Like it is one thing. It's like a global phenomenon, but it's also one of those things like, hey, that's from down here. That's pretty. That never happens for us. Like there's nothing happens in South Australia. But
correct.
For some reason, like this thing did, and it's also always one of those things too. Like I remember the original Hollow Knight for years and years. It was at AvCon, which is a video game and anime convention held in Adelaide, and for years and years it was there. It was demo, and at the time, for many years, it was a PC and Wii U exclusive. And like thinking back to that now, and obviously what happened, how it never came to Wii U because it took too long to come out. The Wii U died in the meantime. And
correct.
It came to PC and then Switch afterwards, then Xbox and PlayStation, I think, following after that. But yeah, just kind of a really cool story. So to have the sequel here now, like, for me, I didn't really play much of the original Hollow Knight. But I will say I picked it up on Game Pass and I played and beat the first boss, and I'm like, I felt it really hooking me. So I'm like, all right, I actually bought a copy on Steam, so I could play on Steam Deck and also do like my local streaming thing, so I can play it on the Odin 2 portal because it has like a really nice HDR screen, and not HDR. Yeah, it does have HDR, but what's it called? OLED screen. I think OLED for me is really important to have with this game too because it's got so much black and stuff. Because I literally had my Switch 2 and my Steam Deck and my Odin portal next to each other, had screenshots of the game. I'm like, I really need OLED for this one in particular. Like it looks so much better on OLED. So I'm all right. And I'll get it elsewhere for this one. But yeah, so I'd love to hear your thoughts, Josh, because yeah, for me, I just sort of jumped into it and it hooked me. I'm like, all right, I want to play more. And it's one of those games where I had the intentions of playing it at work, but never got around to it. And yeah, tonight is podcast night, so it is not game night.
Won't be happening. Won't be happening.
Yes, but just
yeah. I have played it over the weekend. Yeah, and it very much feels very familiar. So I played properly my first run through of Hollow Knight last year, and that was my second attempt, and it clicked for me that time. So I kind of went into it knowing what to expect, and I don't know, just it's so beautiful looking. And then I was just playing it on my Switch 2, and it just pops out for me anyway. And I was just really appreciating how nice it looks, and it's I'm just laughing because I was just thinking about like this game's so like popular amongst gamers, but it's just like it's just not a main like. No, it's just not. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Like, it's just not going to hit mainstream media just because of how difficult it is. It's one of those games you have to be really good at games to sort of enjoy in a way, because it is just as hard. And I always laugh at the idea that this is the only game I know Metroidvania wise where the map's not a default thing. You have to like buy it, and then you get the map. And no, you can't see yourself on there. You got to buy the compass to see where you are within the map, and that's another thing. And then you got to no, it's not a default thing that's always attached to. After that, you have to, actually get it attached to you properly, ongoing, if you want it to be. So it takes up a slot. It takes up the option for something else to be attached to you, equipped to you. So, it's just that kind of design that I think really like splits people into really liking that kind of idea or really not liking it. And for me, I'm just like, okay, yes, like just remembering to myself that this is going to be a hard experience. This is going to be that's just the first 35 40 minutes they want you to be uncomfortable, especially if you played this for the first time, not quite knowing where to go. Doesn't hold your hand, doesn't explain a lot of controls or anything like that, no tips or anything, so you got to kind of work it out as you go. So I'm just enjoying that experience again, because it is very unique compared to a lot of other Metroidvanias out there, and it's only going to get harder from here. So, and I find it's an easy game to sort of, at the moment, at least, play for a little, then stop, and if I get distracted by something else in real life, go back to that. The only thing is, when you do die at a hard boss, sometimes going back to one of those benches can feel like a long way ago. So, just getting used to all that kind of stuff again. Those red flower tulip things are hard. They suck. I want to get a lot better at those, trying to platform amongst them. But it's cool to sort of, know that I'm, going to be, a bit of a sucker for punishment right now playing the game, but it's so satisfying when you do it. So that's the payoff. And looking forward to see how far I can go, because I couldn't finish the first one, or I got stuck at a boss and I never got back to it. So let's see how far I can get into this one.
What differences are you noticing just from playing the first one? Because for me, jumping into it, I haven't really played much of the first one, so what I see is a lot of what I saw in Hollow Knight. But I dare say that obviously I think there's like Hornet, the character you play as, has a pretty different move set. But yeah, what differences are there between the two games?
Yeah, it's like the Hornet does the diagonal down, and so you can't just attack straight down. It's to a diagonal. So that's I mean, that from the first game, as you see Hornet moving around. So it shouldn't be a surprise, but I suppose it's getting used to that. I feel that the controls are great and like really responsive. So I don't know if they've improved, but I just like sort of like notice how good they are. So I don't know if that's different or not. I know the character's bigger, so I did read later on that, yeah, because Hornet's bigger, they had to sort of step back a bit and redesign a lot of um the worlds and accommodate for that. So they're like the main things, I think. So outside of that, not really. So it really does feel like a spiritual sequel. It's, very much feels that same setting, like even the same, town. It's not the same town, but it's got the same similar feel to it. And you got, your way to transport, traverse through the worlds. It's a similar concept there as well. So a lot more of the same, but just maybe some little subtle differences. Nothing too like sort of groundbreaking or anything just yet.
Yeah. Because I think that what made me sort of really click with the idea of maybe playing more of this game, I think it was
Mm.
like Andy Cortez on Kind of Funny. He sort of mentioned that like the bosses, it feels like locking into like a Super Smash Brothers match. I'm like, that sounds appealing to me. And just from playing like the first boss, like dodging like the projectiles and getting the hits in, I'm like, I can see this be a lot of fun. Like even if it's hard, like it'd be like a lot of fun just learning the boss patterns and trying to better them.
You'll learn the pattern. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I'm all about it. I think I like that. It's just like, yeah, see how long I hang with it type of thing, because I've mentioned before, I don't like getting lost. And I don't, I mentioned how, my gaming time has, it's become pretty precious. So the idea of like
Yes.
losing a boss, losing against the boss, and then being sent back to God knows where, and I just have to traverse back there, and it just feels like wasted time. That's when I might get filtered from the game. But when I bought the game, I bought it with the intention of look, I'll play it, and as long as I'm having fun with it, I'll be playing it, and like I don't have to finish it. It's fun, and
No.
even if it's over like the course of a long time, and I just feel like jumping into something and exploring, I'll do it that way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing a little bit more. Have you how many hours have you put into it, and how many bosses have you beaten?
I'd be 3 hours maybe. I've been playing this game and then with three other games over the weekend. So,
Ah,
um, yeah, I haven't had time to fully dedicate to it. So I've kind of been little bits and pieces, dabbling in certain ones and switching between.
yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like the weekend I had the last weekend when I was just playing Sonic and Wheel World and just like jumping into a few
Yeah.
things.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I did a lot more Monday. Just yeah, and Sunday because that's when I was the worst with the sickness. So yeah, it was good just to sit down and just play stuff.
Mm. When you jumped onto the eShop to download the game, was that after like it crashed and wouldn't let people download it, or were you affected by that when you tried to get it?
Well, it came out 11:30 our time Thursday night, so I was well in bed by then, and I just knew
Mm.
I went into the office Friday, so I just like I knew I heard about all this stuff during the day, and I thought, well, by the time I get to it Friday after work, and when I downloaded it, it was all fine. I knew it'd be fine. So, um, I like on that though, like the pricing's amazing. Like because the first game's $17.50 I saw on the eShop, which is a great price. But then 8 years later, and it's only 29.50, and all the sort of pressures with inflation, but also because this is such a sought after game, this could have been like a $40 game here in Australia, and I don't think many people would have batted an eyelid. But
Easily, yeah.
29.50, like what a great price, and then $20 in the States, like absolute bargain. And I think that's probably you're getting people pirating games, um, urging others who pirate games not to do it for Hollow Knight Silksong because they just respect the mantra, the way Team Cherry go about it so much, and what they do. So that just speaks volumes, I suppose, in terms of how much respect this game has.
Oh yeah, just all the pirates. Hey, hold the fuck up! Not this one. Let's support
We're
this
not,
one.
we're not, we're not stealing from these ones, laddies.
Yeah,
This is a good egg. This one.
yeah, it's a good egg. Yeah, get the
It's a
pirates on
good
your
egg.
side.
Correct.
You know you're winning. Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get to playing some more of it later on. But yeah, I guess that's our first impressions of the game. But Sounds like you got some other games you've been playing, Josh. So I'm very intrigued to hear what else you've been up to.
Yeah. So I've been playing Starcross World. So as part of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and so um, that was some really good fun and some like nice to get back into that game after like a few years. And the first game, sorry, playing the original one, like easily my favorite Kirby game, and has been a series I haven't really gone into a lot, Kirby overall, but this one was a great one I really enjoyed. And so um, it was great just to sort of, yeah, like the DLCs, the traditional basic levels from that game, just reimagined slightly. So you're in those same levels that you really probably liked. Because there's like cool, like theme park, abandoned mall kind of themed levels that now with the Starcross World DLC get transformed again, and it looks slightly different, new things to explore and collect. So it was really cool just to go back and sort of go through those levels again, but just in a different light. So that and the new mouthful mode. So like the gear one's really fun. How you can sort of climb up and attach yourself to walls that way. Then the sign one, which is just like a sandwich board that you swallow and you can fly, so slide around with that. Um, and then the third one is not one I'm remembering right now, and probably shows how not prevalent it is in my mind. I'm going to look that up in my notes. But it's been fun and really chill, really easy, and for a Kirby game, like probably what you expect anyway. So, but that was great. Had a good time sort of playing that. That was early on in the week. You haven't touched that one at all, Drew?
No, I haven't. Do you have a gauge on how much content's in it? How long it will take?
Under 10 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not huge, and then, yeah, definitely depends, if you really enjoyed the first game, definitely would recommend, but otherwise outside of that might be, it's a hard one to sort of, persuade. Spring Mouth was the other.
Oh.
A spring.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I remember that from
Yes.
the actually the directs and things now. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I did love the base
Um,
game, so yeah, whenever I feel like it, I'll
Mm.
get into this one. But yeah,
Yeah.
like after finishing the
Yep.
first one, really liked it. But I'm like, I can't save it. I felt like I need a full on DLC of this, but here it is.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll play it when when I feel like it. I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And then the other two, I got two more. So Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So this is like a Metroidvania-like game. Been following this one for a little while now, and so this one's come out a couple of weeks ago now, and I feel really bad for it because it's come out just before Hollow Knight, and I feel like maybe it hasn't quite had enough sort of buzz about it. But this one's really fun and beautiful looking, sort of like this hand-drawn style of a game, and the controls are really simple, but it's really fun. There's a lot of uh, combos stuff you can build onto it, and so I'm just sort of slowly understanding and working through that. But yeah, you just go from levels to levels, and some of them aren't just your traditional. It's not like a big open world Metroidvania kind of thing. It's a bit more segmented. It reminds me a bit of like a Rondo of Blood kind of, not like a Symphony of the Night, if you're thinking Castlevania is that thing. So you go from level to level, and not all of them are just like get from one end to the other running. At one stage, you're on your animal, I think it was a wolf or something, and you just there's a bit of like a rail shooter in that point, trying to like dodge and get through that level. So that was really fun, and voice acted, really beautiful looking. Only like an hour or so into that, but enjoying that one so far.
Yeah. Oh, that game looks so good.
Mm,
I've only played the demo. I played it on Steam, but yeah, that
yep,
was a lot of fun. Like, yeah, it's just so gorgeous. Like that hand
it
drawn
is.
art style. The team name is slipping, but yeah, it's the guys who did what's it called?
What is
Streets of
it?
Rage 4. Yeah, they did that one. So like it's just absolutely stunning. So was Streets of Rage 4 as well. So yeah,
Blizzard Cube.
Yes. So yeah, like I'm looking forward to getting into this one. I've added it to my Steam wish list, so it's there. So if it goes on sale, I'll probably pick it up.
Yeah.
It's a little
Yeah.
bit more expensive than maybe I was expecting too. It's like $47. I'm like, like not that it's not worth,
Yeah.
not that it's not worth that necessarily. Like it's beautiful, it plays well, and all of that. But um, yeah, I was like, oh well, that's a that's probably definitely a sale for me then.
Yeah. Wait for it to come on sale maybe for that one. But yeah, really enjoying that one so far. So yeah, early on, but yeah, it's been good. The other one, last one for me was Star Wars Outlaws. So
Ooh,
the Switch 2 version. So again, another game that I've been looking to sort of get for a while now. And then hearing really good things on the Switch 2 port. So I played 2 hours of it so far and confirmed that yeah, it's been running really well. So um, yeah, just I was just in a bit of a Star Wars mood at one stage, and so got this one. Um, Again, yeah, pretty new to it all so far. Just very very early on, but kind of yeah, dig in the story of Kay, and she's got a hacking sort of background, and it's in the Kanto Bight, where the Last Jedi was set with that casino area. So it's on that planet there
oh,
at
our
the
favorite,
start.
the best part of
Yes.
the movie. Yeah.
I love The Last Jedi. That is probably the worst part of the movie, but I do love that movie nonetheless. So just yeah, that's really fun so far. So it's really great on Switch. I'm genuinely surprised how well it runs. I understand there's another patch out today, so I need to get that patch onto my version because I don't think I've done that just yet. But yeah, again, just like yeah, this is a great port, and I'm glad Ubisoft's come to the party and supported this one really well. Just goes to show it's possible that these developers can do these next gen games on other more powerful consoles and get them working really well to a good degree on Switch 2 if they do it the right way. So I hope other developers and publishers see that and do the same thing.
Yeah. Like, what does it look like? I guess compared to the others, like, or are you not really noticing any problems? Because I think like
Yeah.
a lot of people were saying things about it like it wasn't so good. Then I saw like the reviews coming up. Oh, well, actually, I forgot what outlet it was, but there was a video that I saw on YouTube saying, "Hey, we were wrong about Star Wars Outlaws." I think it might have been Good Vibes Gaming or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so but yeah,
Um,
that was my first sort of thing I saw online that people might have maybe underestimated this port, but
I heard bad things a couple of months ago. I do recall that. And then this is, yeah, I haven't noticed any issues. So like, and then I heard before playing that yeah, it was a good port. So unless they've done something before, when people were playing it back then to now, I have to watch that
mm,
Good Vibes gaming video if that was the case. But um, just nothing noticeable when I'm playing it, like lagging or anything like that. It just runs really smoothly. So whatever they've done a great job.
yeah, well that's great. Like, how are you enjoying the actual game itself though? Like, so it works on Switch too, thank God. But yeah, the actual
Yep.
game itself, how are you finding like the stealth sections and all of that? Because that's what made me sort of look at it when it launched last year, being like, I don't want to be slinking around in Star Wars. I want to just well, not,
Blast your way through.
yeah, kind of. So I don't know.
Um,
How are you finding that?
yeah, so I've tried a couple of times to stealth through and I've done it well, and then other times I've stuffed it up, and then you kind of in a bit of a shootout, and I haven't had any issues so far. So I don't think you have to worry if the shootout does emerge. You can still get through it pretty easily. So this is my experience so far after a couple of hours. So not like it's very deep in. I was having issues trying to work out the grapple gun thing because like I was pressing A instead of B to sort of jump, and it was like I was just dropping straight down straight away instead of like jumping further to get that extra 2 meters to sort of hurl yourself across the ledge to the next area. And so I felt a bit like an idiot for like 20 minutes at one stage because there was like three of those op things in a row, and I was stuffing them up every time. Like I just don't get this. What's going on? And reread the instructions. I reckon the third time, and it clicked what I needed to do. So I finally got there. But yeah, I want to meet this. There's a droid or something you meet later on. I haven't quite met them yet, so I'm sure that's going to be funny, witty, dry humor that I really enjoy and like. So, um, but yeah, it's just got the Star Wars feel and vibes to it. You know, that blue font text around in the UI. Had one stage where I was briefly controlling a ship. I haven't properly done more of that, but that does come later. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, just I've got the Star Wars vibes from this. It's set the world of Star Wars really well. I feel so far.
Yeah, I love that. Like, yeah, maybe I think it was like a couple of years ago. I went through like a really hardcore Star Wars mood for some reason. I was like looking up like Darth Vader fan fiction theories and all this type of stuff on YouTube. I don't know. I went through like a really like a big bit of it, but there was no game at the time. If this game dropped around then, I would have been really all about it. I think it was around the time when like the Obi-Wan TV show came out. Like I was like really into that. But yeah, I've sort of dropped off of it over the last year or so, Star Wars. And whenever I think about Star Wars, I think about that goddamn trilogy. I'm like, my God, what were they doing?
I wish it was so much better. Yeah, I wish they really didn't do it that way. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? So, yes, that's right. There's been other things outside of the movies that they've done well, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, honestly, if Star Wars Outlaws, when it first dropped, I wasn't interested in it whatsoever. But the idea of it on Switch 2 and the fact that it works, yeah, I'll be interested in giving it a go at least. I think like the idea of playing, dedicating TV time to it. I'm like, no, like I don't know if I need to do this, but for like the more open world exploration type of gameplay, I'll be kind of all about just jumping into the world of Star Wars whenever that mood strikes. But yeah, so I'm really glad to hear that it's running well on Switch and that you're enjoying the game too. Because like I know you have a PlayStation, but for the most part, you play these games when they come to Nintendo or Switch. So yeah, the time is now. Josh has struck.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So I've been my one annoyance is that I've been enjoying this stuff, but then had been enjoying DK and I just haven't played it for the last few days. So I just there's just too much going on, and then whatever happens this weekend with this supposed direct, there's just going to be a lot. So yeah, good thing I'll have some free time coming up very soon.
Yeah. So you just talked about 4 games. So you talked about Hollow Knight, you talked about Shinobi, Star Wars, and I've got the third one, and Kirby. So a lot of them relatively long games there, Josh. What do you see yourself doing in the next couple of weeks? Are you going to target one, or are you going to be juggling all 4? Like, how are you going to handle this, mate? Because this could become a real serious problem if you don't handle it correctly. You know what I mean?
Serious problem.
Yeah.
Nice to have issue, I think. So Kirby won't last me too much longer. Pretty much done with that. And then great question. I'll just keep spinning them plates for as long as I can, I reckon. I don't know. I just like the idea that, I can play a bit of, Hollow Knight Silk Song. If I get annoyed by a boss, but I still want to play something but not Silk Song, I can just jump to Outlaws for a bit and just do that, or Shinobi. So, or even DK now. So I think that's just what I'm going to try and do. I do like that variety sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't usually just play the one game. I do like to sort of have at least 2 sort of going.
2 bopping around, yeah.
Just sort of break it up a bit, yeah.
What do you reckon will be calling your name the most to go and play it next?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Oh, probably Silk Song.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Go and find those.
It does.
Go and find those bugs.
Knowing what I like. Yes, correct.
Metroid and Vanying. That's what you like to do. Yeah, but well, so the games you're playing, is there anything else throughout the month that you're keen to get into? Because like for me, I think like the games that I'm truly excited for are coming a little. Well, actually, I guess next week technically. Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. Really looking forward to that one. That's going to be a massive game. And then I think the week after is Sonic Racing Crossworlds. So they're the 2 games I'm I think are going to like drag me into them, which would be fun. And that's going to be followed up pretty quickly by Digimon Time Stranger as well at the start of October, on October 3rd. And previews and that just came out for that today, and they've been pretty glowing. So yeah, I'm pretty good. Pretty keen for those 2 JRPGs. So I'll play them. Don't know if I'll finish them in any timely fashion.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right.
But
yeah. Big games.
Man.
The Sonic one though does interest me, but I just won't have the time. So yeah, not right now.
I think so. Like Mario Kart for me was so good because it was just like you don't have to think about it too much. You need a bit of you need to react a little bit and be able to drift around corners and things, but didn't have to think too much. I know what Mario Kart is, and that's kind of the same thing with Sonic. I can do the race, try and get all the medals, stars, whatever the goal of winning the races in that game is. I don't know, and I'm kind of just looking forward to doing that. Because I had so much fun like the last weekend just playing that and doing the test run. So yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for that. I want to play as Hatsune Miku, and I want to race against Steve from Minecraft, and there's fucking SpongeBob in it as well. I don't know what's going on in this game.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not?
Yeah, but it is kind of cool though, because like you can go to other like dimensions during the race. So I want to go to Bikini Bottom. I want to go to Minecraft Land. What is the world of Minecraft called, Josh? Do you know? Has it got a name, or is it just whatever you call the server?
I think whatever you call it. I don't really know. It's been years. I'm not really a Minecrafter. Yeah.
You're not a Minecrafter. Oh, it's a proper noun, isn't it? No, it's not a proper noun. Is it a noun? A Minecrafter?
Noun's an object.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not a Minecraft expert anyway. But yep, there we go. That's what Josh has been playing. I love sitting back and just listening to what you've been playing, Josh. It's good. It's good fun.
Thank you. I've had a bit more this week than normal.
Yeah, you need to be sick more often so you can sit down and play some video games.
It does correlate. When I'm sick, I do play more.
Dolphin Pants in the chat. Steve calls it Minecraft in the movie, so he just calls it the land. He calls it Minecraft. So there you go. Right. Thank you for figuring out that riddle.
Thank you. No, that makes sense.
All right, Josh. Let's get into the house brawl, mate. So
the
rules are simple. We are going to play a game together. We're going to play a match of Dr. Mario, and the winner takes the week. It is a fresh month, the month of September. So this will be the start of a ferocious competition throughout the month. Josh, this is going to be it's going to be a hard one. I haven't played Dr. Mario in years. So hopefully we're able to jump into it. Now, we did have it set up, but it looks like it's kicked us off. So
yeah, we were trying to be good beforehand and get everything set up prior to recording, but if you don't do anything enough, it kicks you out. So I've resent you an invite, Drew.
Oh, beautiful.
So maybe follow all that.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm ready to go.
Oh, you're ready to go even. Look at that. All right. Join Josh's session. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about this, Josh. I'm not feeling too confident, but you have picked the game because of your loss last week. So
I have.
The advantage is going to you.
If you like Dr. Mario.
All right, so you've picked the virus level 10. So do I do that as well? Or should I just?
Yeah, I think we do the same, and then we keep happy with it. I don't know, if this is going to go for a while, but yeah, we'll see.
That's a good point. Like if it's like a similar length to like a Tetris thing, it's gonna might be a little.
Do we make it higher? The virus level, 15.
Sure. Why not? Why not?
Alrighty. You good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Now I'm gonna really expose myself here because I have not played. Oh god, they're high. What side am I even on? Oh, I'm on the right. Shit. I didn't even know what side I was on. I've already died. I was looking at the left screen, Josh.
Oh. Do you want to try again?
Yeah, let's do it again. I was looking at the complete wrong screen.
All right. Yeah. Not fair. All right.
Oh,
That's not
no,
fair. All right. But you ready now?
Okay, let's do a best of 3. Let's make it fair to you. You got to win, but let's do a best of 3, maybe.
All right. And that was just a warm up.
Okay. I'll take that.
All right. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. All right, I'm gonna look to the right this time. So it seems it's like it was hard to figure out what side I was on because there's a bit of lag.
Oh, okay. Well, you lost that one.
Yeah, I did too. Like my little anyway. Just sounds like I'm excuse making here.
A little bit.
A little
That's all right. So I'm 1-0 now.
Yeah,
So you got to win the next 2.
Yeah. It looks like you got 2 crowns here, so it might, if you win again anyway, it'll kick you out. But whoops.
Okay. Yeah. You good to go?
I'm good to go. But yeah, maybe I should point my controller at the Switch. That'll help. That does help. Yeah, just I was too far away from it. Because it's behind a monitor, so... Whoa, what the hell?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in trouble here.
Nah, I'm in trouble.
So let's look it up.
Nah,
All
I completely suck at Dr. Mario, everyone. Absolute suck.
Yo, Josh is back. Good start.
Josh is
September.
back.
Here we go.
Congratulations, Josh. Where's my music?
Thank you. Might have made that a little hard, but that's all right.
Oh, well, to be fair, if it was any easier, it would have gone on maybe a bit too long.
Yes, that's true. We had to sort of mitigate for that.
Yes, but congratulations to Josh. He is the winner of the first month of September. So everybody bow down to your Lord and Savior, Josh. Now, that does mean for next week, we'll be both having a punishment since you failed your punishment this week of not saying Nintendo Switch. So we'll have 2 punishments lined up. And, don't know, maybe they'll cancel each other out. Maybe they will enhance each other's punishment and it'll make it much worse.
Maybe.
Who knows?
That'd be better for podcast viewing, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Making it worse.
Yeah, the drama. I could put in the title like, ooh, does Josh care that his house burnt down? Find out on the show. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, people that wouldn't usually tune us. Oh God, Josh, I like that guy. I don't hope his house is
Josh
okay.
okay.
Hope he's all right. He's a nice man.
Just got into the House of Mario too.
Oh dear. All right. Let's jump into some questions and to wrap up the show. So the first one's from Dolphin Pants, left in the Discord, and of course, like I said earlier in the show, if you want to leave a question, join the Farmstead Discord. So I said house. I knew that was wrong, and I had to stop myself, but it was too late. Yes, you can join the Discord in the show notes. But Dolphin Pants, he said that 51% of Australians are female, according to the Interactive Games and Entertainment Association report. How do we think? How do you think we should get more men playing video games? And he has a laughing emoji underneath that. So obviously, the whole thing's about we're trying to get women into games, but they outnumber us, Josh. So what do you think about that statistic? Starting off anyway, obviously you live with a pretty hardcore gamer, so you're exposed to the female gamerness. But honestly, for me, I'm not really. Don't know too many girl gamers around me, really. But yeah, what do you think of that stat?
So is it 51% of gamers are female, or is it just 51% of the population is female?
Yeah, the gamers, yeah.
Gamers, all right. So
in Australia,
I mean, in Australia, very interesting. I mean, a lot of the friends I know, through Michaela, that are female, are gamers. So yeah, I see it. But yeah, you can definitely understand I know there's still a lot of girls that don't. I know amongst guys, I know way more guys that do it. So, and especially around my age. So maybe it's younger girls are getting into it more that I just have no idea about as a 31-year-old male. But yeah, that's interesting. It's only growing though, and because of the whole broad range of types of games, and it's not just the console ones that we talk about here with Nintendo, but to the mobile and it is. I'm going to say it, the more cozier kind of games that females do tend to play. There's so many of them around, and so um, that doesn't surprise me. But there's like just playing Wordle every day. Is that count? You count as a gamer in this study, like those sorts of mobile games. Is that what we're talking about as well here? I'm not sure, but if that's the case, then yeah, that might explain a lot as well.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't I haven't checked it out from like the statistic, but like most of these studies, they do include like somebody who's played a game on their phone, and that could be like when I think of the word, like I don't want to be a gatekeeper or anything, but when I think of the word gamer, I think of somebody who's like keeping up with games and playing a fair bit, interested in the news, the current events, all of that type of thing, like in a couple of communities of like gaming culture, whether it's like into a particular series or something. Like it isn't really just like, yeah, I play games. Like I like movies. I watch movies. I'm not a film buff.
Movie buff.
Yeah, no,
No.
like, I'm definitely not. Like, I enjoy the medium. I watch it. And there's a lot of people like that with video games too, which is great. That we need as many of those people as possible just to interact with like a bunch of different games. So a lot of different games we made. But yeah, I wouldn't call them gamers as necessarily. So maybe it sort of brings in a fair few of somebody who's just like downloaded Pokemon TCG Pocket and plays it on their phone and like, oh, they're a gamer. It's like, oh, not really. I just like the cute pictures,
Mm.
But yeah, that would be my guess anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, like yeah, and yeah, I've got another thing because like there's a whole the whole mindset of what a gamer is. I don't know. It can be such a negative thing as well that I think but it's so prevalent, and games are so much like bigger than the movie and TV industries, like in terms of revenue. So it's one of those really sort of mainstream things that just hasn't got that sort of acceptance mainstream yet. So it's getting better, but it's just it's still not quite there then. And I feel like, once it gets accepted a bit more, then more people might sort of get around to it and actually enjoy it. And even, when they fill out a survey, I do play games and sort of be a bit more truthful about it, maybe. I don't know. There's just another theory.
yeah, everyone's still a closet gamer to some extent.
Maybe. I don't know. Potentially.
Yeah.
There's a stigma to it.
Do you feel yourself in the office or like other settings where you're like, yeah, like I'm not going to put out there that I'm playing Donkey Kong this weekend? Like, do you feel like that still, or?
Yeah. Like some people just won't know anything about what you're talking about. And so, but there's definitely people who know I play games and they play games too. And I talk to them and it's really good. But for most people, I just, I'm not going to tell them because they won't know or understand. And it's just easier not to, to mention it to them.
Yeah, I totally get that too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if I was like, yeah, I like playing Nintendo and all that, it would be like, what? It'd be like,
what are you on about?
especially like, with a lot of people I work with and that, it's all about like, yeah, a bunch of big boy toys. So I feel like I'm talking about my little boy toys in some ways too. It's like, no, it says yeah, not to. But a lot of the younger guys though, like naturally they play a lot more games. So like I talk about it a lot with more of like the younger guys, like 25, or even some of them are even younger. Make me feel old, Josh.
Sorry. Yes. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I'm not that old. Not yet.
No.
It's only getting
That's
worse from here. Yeah. So, yeah, but yeah, talk about games. So then, like, I'm like I feel like I can let them know about new stuff because like they got like a PS5 or whatever, and they play Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto and like the big names. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm playing this on Steam Deck. Like, what's a Steam Deck? I'm like, well, it's a computer that you play in your hands. It's like, because like stuff it's off the beaten path a little bit more. I can like, it's kind of fun to introduce people to it. Just like different things, different games, all of that type of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And yeah, good luck trying to like make people understand who have no idea what games are.
Yeah. That's okay if they don't know. They can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sure they got a hobby too. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, that's right.
You
That's
do.
right.
You do
That's
what?
right.
You test trampolines without the owners knowing. That's a strange hobby.
Yeah.
We got a question from Mike Towns. Actually, when I first read it, I didn't understand it, so I'll read it out loud. I'll see if you get it. So he said, a more serious question. How long till the contrarians raise and lower the perfect 100 score? Haha. Also, even more serious and probably more fitting for the podcast, what can Nintendo do to try and encourage third parties to start making games for Switch 2 after it was announced pretty much only Cyberpunk did well at launch? Question mark. I don't know what he's on about with the contrarians, with the lower the perfect 100 score. I don't know what he's referring to there. I don't know if you do, but
I mean, I think Silk Song has started off at 100 on Metacritic or something from initial reviews, and so maybe it's from that.
I've got no idea what Hollow Knight's done on Metacritic. I wouldn't have a clue.
It started very high.
Yeah, I'd imagine it probably would. I haven't seen any reviews or anything. I don't know. Has anybody turned around to review that quick? Because like it didn't go out to reviewers.
Apparently, they're starting to come in as of today. So.
Oh well, so there you go. So yeah, I wasn't thinking about Hollow Knight, but I don't know about the contrarians. They will come though, don't you worry. The contrarians always rock up eventually, but this game sucks. It's a little bit too hard and it looks like 2D and I like my 3D. So this game's 0 out of 10. How I am Metacritic how I am on Metacritic, I don't know, but I like to be here and be boring. All right. But yeah, I as far as like Nintendo encouraging third parties, I think the most encouragement comes from people are buying it, enjoying it, and buying games on it, much like they did on Switch. So that's all the encouragement I feel like any of these third parties should have. Like Ubisoft definitely wanted to have a such a mainstream Star Wars game on Switch too. EA should want to have like their mainstream sports games, et cetera, et cetera. All the other publishers should try and be there. So I think that's all the encouragement they need. Now the only thing I will say is just maybe like maybe some of these third parties need some help from maybe some engineers from Nintendo, because Nintendo did buy a team called Shiver Entertainment that basically did third party ports for other developers until Nintendo bought them. And I think it was them that worked on the wrestling game that came out recently, Josh. You might be able to touch on this a little bit more than I can. But yeah, I believe like in-house Nintendo helped with that port, and that port, because of that, was really good. People were really happy with it. So I hope a lot more third parties come to Switch to it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Like, so that's a way you can definitely encourage them. Be like, hey, look, we'll do it. But there's only so many games they can work on at once.
Yeah, give us a big cut and we'll do it for you. We know how the tech works. Apparently, the previous WWE games just didn't work on Switch. So this is pretty amazing that it's like the first one that actually does.
And like as soon as like the news came out that Elden Ring wasn't, performing too well on Switch 2, like a game like that, Nintendo needs engineers like there straight away, like go and fix it.
Oh, send a team over. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
get them to get it right. They have to.
Yeah.
Software have to.
Yeah, because Nintendo should cherry pick some third parties, be like, hey, look, we really want this on the platform because it will drive sales. Like having the Elden Ring, having that on Switch 2 will bring in like a really important user base, and probably more importantly, especially for Nintendo, because like they're working with From Software on an exclusive game that's coming out next year with Dustbloods. So get the Elden Ring folk in now, and they'll be set ready for an exclusive game next year. So, but yeah, I don't feel like they need much more I guess, convincing to get the Switch 2 because they'll make money on it. But yeah, I think money speaks.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that can convince them. If there was no money to be made, no one to buy their games on Switch 2, they wouldn't. And they will port their games to a potato if it means they can sell to people. And we saw that with Switch. And it might not be the best for you or I to buy it on Switch. But we're at the point now with Switch 2, hopefully, we'll get good ports. Because, there's a few ports I have my eye on, but I've kind of softened on a little bit. Like Borderlands 4, I'm like, I'd love to give that a go on Switch 2. But yeah, that's another game where like the stuff out of Gamescom wasn't too good for the port. Well, maybe not. Because my excitement for that comes from playing it on Switch 2. Like the idea of playing it on PlayStation or PC or Xbox, I'm like, nah. For some reason, I just want to, the idea of just having it on like a Switch, for some reason, makes me more excited for it. But it's kind of like that or bust for that. Don't ask me why, Josh. Don't ask me why I feel like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Interested. Okay. Yeah, it will come. It will come, and I hope Outlaws sells well for this reason, and can be successful because of the word of mouth here and people who might have missed it on the other consoles get to play it here, and the idea of it being portable appeals to them, and it sort of sets the example that if you put the time in and the effort, it's going to be worth it. So I mean, I think it will get better as developers get to know the hardware a bit more, maybe, and can do it the way they want to. And anything you sort of do enough, you sort of get better at. So yeah, that's just my hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully in a year's time there'll be just plenty of third-party games, because I had a bit of a whinge about it last week, Josh, and still feel pretty similar about it. Just like, man, it's kind of disappointing just the state of third-party on Switch 2 at the moment, and even like a lot of games just coming to Switch, and like the dev kit's not seeming to be there. So it's a little bit frustrating kind of situation for someone who's just bought the system, and I want to play like. There's a few games I want to play, and they are coming to Switch, where I'm like, I don't want to play that version, or it's just not coming at all. I'm like, But yeah, I'll wait a year until I really put down the foot and go, what are you doing, Nintendo? What are you doing?
Yeah,
because
I mean,
ultimately, I know that yes, there is money to be made, so yes, they will rock up eventually. So I'm also not too worried.
No, but like I see like First Light that's coming out on Switch 2 as well as the other consoles on the same day. So that's great. And that like to me indicates that, hopefully that could be, not just a one-off, because a lot of the times a Switch version of something's just like an afterthought, or just like, oh, that's a whole different project because it's so underpowered. So I'm hoping that because the Switch 2 has had that upgrade, that it seems like for with First Light anyway, it's not been an issue, and hopefully that's tends to be more the case for other games coming forward.
Yeah, because like for you, for example, you seem to be like a lot more prone to playing games if they are on Switch. Like you have a PlayStation, but like for you, what does it take you to? Because you got a couple of games on PlayStation more recently, like Cyberpunk and things like that. Like what makes you like, I guess how much does a game need to hook you to actually like want to go over there to play it rather than just wait for a Switch 2 version, or wait till you can play it there, like, because we're sort of talking about it a couple of weeks ago. You're like, oh look, I don't, I'm only just playing Nintendo stuff anyway, so you're not too bothered. But really, you play like a lot of third party games on Switch, and you're basically kind of like, Switch 2 exclusive in some ways. So it's like, it's a big benefit for you.
I think at the moment it's especially like. I got the Nintendo podcast. I really obviously like Nintendo. You're listening to this, that's no surprise to you. But the Switch 2, like, I don't know, like I've mentioned this on the show before. Like I've just played so much more handheld on it. And I'm really enjoying that. So like my split of like dock to handheld was really skewed to docked on Switch 1, but it's a bit more even on Switch 2. So just enjoying that and sort of trying different games on it from that point of view. I haven't had PlayStation Plus for a bit over a year now. So if I play something on PlayStation Plus, I got to buy it more outright. So it's kind of Um, whereas previously I was like utilizing the service to sort of play games through their service, and that's how I played Silksong. I played it through PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, the original Hollow Knight. Yeah,
Um,
yep.
yeah, the original Hollow Knight. So yeah, just where I'm at the moment, and just that portability factor, because I don't always get access to the TV, and I'm pretty good. I usually do, but not all the time. And if I have a Switch game on the Switch, I don't have to worry about that because I can when it's there, the TV. Otherwise, I play handheld. So I'm just that convenience of it. It's just doing it for me. And I don't know, I've got so much to play that if a game comes out like what the Indiana Jones one, like I don't mind waiting. And so that's just where I am at the moment because I'm like, it was first on Xbox and like, oh, then it's come to PlayStation. Okay, I'll just wait for that. And then Switch 2 came out and I didn't get the PlayStation version, but then now it's coming to Switch 2. I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to wait now again for that. So it's just where I'm at, really.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, just that bigger
Yeah.
screen for those old man eyes. That seems to help
My
a
eyes
little
are
bit
getting
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I need an eye test, I reckon. Yeah.
But yeah, since since you're doing a bit more handheld mode, I can imagine just you and Michaela just in like your living room and you're just wrestling, just like trying to get that Switch 2 in the dock. Who gets the TV?
Michaela doesn't like to play docked, so it's a match made in
that's
heaven.
easy. Yep.
So she loves to play handheld, and she likes having something on in the background. So she doesn't mind me playing on there, but then sometimes, typically now it's wrestling. But I can't fully watch wrestling these days. It's so some of it's good. There's good bits in it, but not all of it. So it's nice to have it in the background and then just have a game to play. And then that's been the setup.
Just look up when there's like a big slam. So, oh yeah, nice boys.
Correct.
And you go back to your game.
Because some wrestlers I don't care about, some of the storylines I don't care about, but others I really do care about. And you sort of pause the game and then watch that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
it works out well.
Next question we got from my good friend Tom, and we've touched on this a bit, but we can touch it again. We like touching this. He says opinions or thoughts on Drag X Drive, and is the hype train full of passengers for Pokemon ZA? I think my thoughts on Drag X Drive, and Josh, you can sort of chime on with this as well. But Drag X Drive, really love playing it. I quite enjoy the motion controls, moving the wheelchair, throwing the ball, all of that. As like a cheaper game that's designed to be mainly played online with friends, completely fails at an online game where you squad up with a team and you verse other people online, because when you team up with your friends, like if Josh and I team up, we can not play people online. We have to have a room full of people that we know or are friends with, or that we've shared our friend code, or not friend code, our room code with. So yeah, we couldn't just go on and verse random people. So we were just stuck playing with bots. And for a lot of people who are used to, matchmaking on Rocket League, Call of Duty, Fortnite, any other online game, they'll be looking at this being like, what the hell? Why can't I just squad up with my friends and play? That is exactly what online gaming is all about, is squatting it with your friends and testing your might on the battlefield. So yeah, completely missed it. And because of that, honestly, I haven't gone back to it after maybe the third time that I played it. Because I can't just tap Josh on the shoulder and go, hey, do you want to play? Because we can't go and play online. We're just stuck with bots. And I haven't felt the need just to go back by myself to go online since either. So yeah, it kind of missed the mark. But the game itself, as far as like the idea of like how you control, I quite enjoyed it. But I know you feel a bit differently about the controls, Josh. So what's your thoughts on Drag X Drive? A few months or a month or how long it's been removed?
Not even a month, Drew. I don't know. It's fallen off the face of the earth like I thought it would. So I don't know. I just barely talked about. The online just isn't there. They haven't gone to create an ongoing place for you to want to come back and play this game. So they failed on that front. So bit of a proof of concept to show what you can do with the mouse controls. I feel a bit of a tech demo from that point of view, and sadly nothing much more. So it's just gonna be one of those games that not a lot of people played. I don't think the sales have been amazing. I don't think they've been really good at all. So
I couldn't imagine.
Might be such a it's going to be such a low selling game. Like when we look at the financials, it won't be there. It won't hit 1 million.
It won't even have a sniff of those financial results. Not at all. And
No,
yeah,
like yeah, not going to be there.
so like the only person I could recommend it to is like, yeah, if you got a quiet night and you want to shoot some hoops with some randoms online, like that's who I'd recommend it to. That's a very strange recommendation, and there's so many games that can fit it better. Like, just go and download Rocket League. Honestly, if you want to play a game like this, just go and download Rocket League. There's so many more modes, and it's free to play, and you can squad up with your friends. You can, there's just so much more versatile. So, yeah, it's a strange game. But Pokemon, do you have has the hype train started for you, or is it still a little bit far away to be thinking about it? For me, it's a little bit
Still far away.
I probably agree with that too. It's a little bit far away to be thinking about it. I've got a few other bigger games coming out in the meantime, but yeah, it's coming up quick. It's going to be coming up quick. Was it 6 weeks away, 5 weeks away, which is kind of crazy, pretty crazy. Comes out the 13th, doesn't it, of October?
16th of October 16th. It comes out.
Yeah. So yeah, coming up quick, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a Pokemon game, but it looks like it has, there's there's a few things where I look at them, and then it's another one of these. But yeah, I'll play it. I'm definitely there.
Begrudgingly, he says, "Yeah, if I have to,
play the new Pokemon game,
fine, I'll play it."
I think the battle system, what they showed more recently, like with the four-way battle, I'm like, that looks pretty interesting. So the battle system seems to have a little bit more versatility and a bit more going on than I initially thought. So I'm like, okay, I'll be kind of cool about that. But yeah, I can't wait to have a big ball sack named Mega Victory Bell bouncing behind me. Somebody mentioned like it's just like Randy from South Park when he like had massive balls and he was bouncing around town. I'm like, okay, that's all I can think about now when I see it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's move on to Conpire. And he says, with Silksong now being released and absolutely destroying souls out there, what's the hardest game you've ever played? Or even what's the most challenging part of a game you've ever come across? I think the hardest game for me. What is the hardest game for me? I've certainly gone through some hard games. I've certainly dropped some hard games too. But yeah, I'm not quite sure just off the top of my head. I remember like it's always the hard games that really annoy you that you remember, I feel like. I remember like some of the trials in Skyward Sword. They weren't hard, but they were just frustrating. Like one simple mistake, and it's all done. But then there's other hard games like Cuphead, for example. Really hard game, but there's no real punishment for losing or anything. So it's just about rinse and repeat, and you see the next pattern of the boss, so you know what to expect next, and you get better at it, and you just keep playing it and playing it. So while it is hard, it is just kind of like a fun sort of arcadey experience. You're just jumping into a hard boss, rather than like a game like Hollow Knight where like you lose. It is hard because it sends you back, and you've got to get back there, and it's mixing like the hard boss fights with like the sort of I guess tediousness of actually like traversing the land to get back there, and I guess pretty much what the Dark Souls series does as well, where you've got to sort of find your way back to the boss. And if you do have like if you are exploring the map and all of that, you do find shortcuts and you can get back easier and things like that. So yeah, but yeah, as far as like actual hard, like I think some probably the more recent one, which I actually do expect to get back to, I want to get back to while I've got my month of Game Pass, is Expedition 33. I was finding that game pretty hard, and I had it on I had it on easy mode, and I was still finding it pretty tough. Some of the bosses, so it's just like, man, like just like some of the parrying, I was like, man, this is for like a turn-based game, like you're sort of like leaning from your chair, looking at the screen, be like, all right, I gotta like what pattern is he doing? Is he doing like the one that takes a bit longer? Is he faking me out? Is he going for the quick attack? And yeah, so I found some of that a little bit tricky. But I would like to get back to that. So I haven't finished it, so I can't say. But yeah, I've done the whole thing. But I don't know. Do you have anything come to mind for you, Josh, as far as hard games go?
Yeah, like Hollow Knight, obviously. But I think like Nintendo specifically, like the Lost Levels, Super Mario Bros.
Mm.
Um, that's way more trickier than it needed to ever be. And I wanted to really do well in that game. I wanted to progress, but it's just one of those things where it's just like stupidly tricky. They got stupid things blocking you, invisible things, tough enemies. Like they go out of their way to make you die in that game, and that makes it to be a very tricky and annoying experience. And that's in just anything early on, like the early Castlevanias. Like I really love Castlevania, but there's some hard games, and
Hmm.
if it wasn't for the save states, the modern features to add into those games to make them playable, I think for me, I'd just struggle like to actually play them to begin with and enjoy it. So, um, yeah, they're the ones that come to mind. I'm just, especially the lost levels, more frustrating than it needed to be. And I don't really like really, really hard games. I don't mind a challenge, but that's probably why I've avoided like the Souls like games over the years and never bothered to play them.
Yeah, I feel like with a lot of my gaming time being say like post 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I'm just like I'm not switched on and wired to be like
Yeah.
improving a skill. Like this is like I'm taking in a story and I'm sort of like decompressing from the day. I'm not like all right, let's really build up a skill set for this video game that I'm playing. Like last year, Stellar Blade, that was a pretty tough game. Like some of the bosses pretty tough in that. And that has like more Souls elements as far as like um, you know, building activating campfires, and when you do that, the enemies come back in the area. So you got to make sure is it worth healing, or am I gonna bring back all these hard enemies that I've taken the effort to take out? And yeah, and some of those bosses too. I was stuck there for half an hour on each one, just trying to get through it. And I learned the patterns, and it's very satisfying when I finally, do a perfect parry and get the massive amount of damage that I needed to take them out. But yeah, I mean, there's a few of them, but yeah, I guess, just exhaling that dad energy recently. Like, hey, look, just put it down and easy, and let me experience, please.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But yeah, Compy, I'd love to hear some harder games that you've been playing recently. Because
Yeah, let's know. Yep, definitely.
all right, what's another question? We've got a few. Oh, we've got Tom again. Bloody greedy boy, Tom. He brings up Borderlands. Has the Borderlands IP run its course? New game coming out at insane prices, deluxe edition, just under $200 Australian. I don't think so. I feel like a lot of people are very excited for Borderlands 4. I think it was like one of the top selling games on Steam and that just when it went up for pre-order. So people are very excited for it. I think it's going to do very well. So I think Borderlands 3 just had like there's a bit of a hiccup in the series a little bit. I think like people didn't like the writing quite as much, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it's going to go very well. I assume you don't have much to say about about that, Josh. No.
Never played the series. I know the fourth one's coming. I'll watch my distance, and if anything interests me, I'll probably look into it a little. But yeah, probably not on my radar really at the moment.
Hmm. We've got Dave. Do you think we'll see a special edition Switch 2 console and / or a bundle in time for the holidays? Even just a special Joy-Con color like the Splatoon for the original Switch? And if so, what would you like to see? Personally, I'm waiting in hope for a Metroid Prime 4 edition console of some kind. So yeah, Josh, I know you'll love a Metroid Prime 4 limited edition. Would you buy another Switch too? Would you trade in the current Switch to make it happen? Are you that big a fan?
Don't make me do that.
Yeah, no, that'd
I
be
would
rough.
genuinely consider it. Yeah, and any other series, I'd probably be like nuts straight away. But for Metroid, I really would think about it. Um, so yeah, I know they're doing like what they're doing the Legends ZA like tie-in bundle, so not like the console doesn't look different,
Yeah.
but you get the game included, like Mario Kart World. I don't think we'll get anything this year, and it will be maybe later next year. If next Christmas we'll get something, but I think at this stage, just like this is what it looks like. That's enough, and that's new, and that will do.
Yeah, Josh is muted because he's coughing.
Yep.
But you're about to like bring up something, but he's like, oh, into your head.
Nope.
Um,
Nope. Coughing. Didn't want anyone to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think Dave's asking this because he doesn't have a Switch 2. I don't think Dave has a Switch 2. So
Okay.
probably like, waiting for that really nice console to like, all right, now I'll jump into it. I know Jamie Penning is actually waiting for a limited edition Switch 2 as well. It's like, and I think that's a worthy cause to have, because usually, like for me, I already have the system, and then like a beautiful console comes out, like, oh man, I wish I had that one. But yeah, especially like in my adult years, I usually get these systems on day one, and I'm honestly not too worried about the limited edition Switch 2s, because with the Switch 1, I feel like they kind of missed the ball a bit. Like the 3DS had amazing and limited edition systems. Like they were just awesome.
Unreal.
Like I ended up getting a couple pretty cheap, but for the 2DS XL, they had the Pokeball one with the button on the top that pressed. There was a Pikachu one with like the raised out, like the face that's raised out, the nose pointed out with the cheeks and everything. There's the Hyrule Shield Zelda one. And then even just the 3DS XL, like that gold 3DS for like
So good.
Yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. Like a beautiful console.
Everyone's great. Just, there's some great ones.
Yeah, the Majora's Mask new 3DS XL, which I actually did get that one. Because I didn't get a new 3DS when it came out, and I waited for a limited edition, and I ended up getting that. And that's like a $600 console now, which is ridiculous. But yeah,
unreal. So much money.
Yeah, so when I think of like the Switch, like not Switch Lite, but like the Switch limited editions, like look, I could have, like the Smash Brothers one was awful. The Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, that I think might have been the first one to come out. That was pretty basic as well, just like the different color Joy-Cons. So yeah, if they're on that same design trajectory with the Switch 2, I'm like, oh look, I won't feel like I'm missing out. But even if I did, the Switch 2, it's too expensive now to get another one. Like, yeah, the Switch.
That's the thing. It's a lot of money again, isn't it?
It's way too much. Way too much.
I kind of want a Pro controller instead. If they do a special one of that, that'll be definitely an easier pill to swallow.
Yeah, I mean, like I did get a few limited edition Pro controllers, but even then, they were just like a bit of gold decal on the top of a normal color controller. Like,
yeah, they want a better, more effort put into one.
Yeah, because out of the ones I bought, the only one I was happy with was my Tears of the Kingdom Pro controller, because it just looked a bit different. I'm very fond of that game too, so that certainly helps as well. But some of the other ones, like the Splatoon ones, and I got a Monster Hunter Rise one, I think. Yeah, got one of them. It's got that cool dragon on it. But in hindsight, like looking back, I'm like, why'd I get this? Didn't look that good. Like, but yeah, so yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'll be too upset about limited editions coming out. But I hope that I hope you'll find a nice one to get eventually, Dave and Jamie. Yeah, and we got one last one. I see that it says Compy is typing. I don't know if he's going to leave one or he's just talking about something else. But he might leave another question. But last one, we got Luke. And he says, Drew, thoughts on the Life is Strange TV series announced today? And I saw this briefly, maybe when I woke up and I checked Twitter, but I haven't been online really at all today. So I don't know if there's any details about actors or timelines or anything like that. But I love Life is Strange. I think it's an amazing series. And just any Life is Strange you could possibly give me, just give it to me. Because it seems like the last game didn't sell too well. And potentially Square Enix already locked them into a deal to do another one. So we might, through just like the obligations, we might get the sequel to the last game.
Yeah.
Which would be good because there's a lot of things left on the table. But honestly, I want more stuff set in this universe. Let me just type it up. Like, is it? I assume it's set with Max. I don't know if it's going back to Max and Chloe. I will before I actually search that. Like just to show like why I'd be excited for a Life is Strange TV series. Now, Josh, I know you can't see this, but I'll just hold this up to the camera for others to see. I was at the public library the other day, and I haven't got around. They just came in because I ordered them in. But I was at the public library. I'm like, is that a Life is Strange graphic novel? So I went over there, and it was like issue 2. So I went up to the librarian, and I'm like, are there more of these? Obviously, there's one more because this is the second one. And there was 5 of them all up. So they got ordered in from, like, I think the Adelaide Library. They got the Adelaide Library. They got Glenelg written on them. So it seems like they came from Adelaide. And there's a graphic novel series that's based just after the events of the first Life is Strange game. And it features Max and Chloe. And so I'm like, oh my God, yes. So I've got some graphic novels to read. I'm finding it hard to find the time to sit down and read graphic novels when the kids are crawling around and all that. But I've got the intentions are there. So yeah, that excites me a lot. So the idea of a TV series being there as well, I'm all about it. Yeah, I can't wait. Let me type it in. Life is Strange. The keyboard's gone to sleep. What's it done there? Does that for some reason sometimes, Josh. I've got to bring it alive again. Life is Strange TV series. So what we got here? We got to Kotaku. Kotaku. All right. What we got? I'll just read it out loud. So this is from Kotaku. Life is Strange has been floating around as a potential TV show for a few years, but now on Friday it was officially confirmed that Amazon Prime was creating the series with the end of the effing world creator Charlie Colville running the show. However, not involved are any of the people responsible for creating the game in the first place. Christian Devine, the writer of the original series, took to X to point out that the developers from Don't Nod apparently have no role. Rumors of a Life is Strange TV adaptation go back to as far as 2016, but it wasn't until last week that the light went green. Variety reported that Amazon MGM has picked up the series based on the magical adventures of Max Crawford, a student who can rewind time, with the executive producers coming from Square Enix, Story Kitchen, and Lucky Chap. The Amazon producing and Amazon producing. Story Kitchen is the production company that headed Dimitri M. Johnson and Mike Goldberg, who was also behind the forthcoming Tomb Raider show for Amazon. Lucky Chap was behind Saltburn, Barbie, and this year's Wuthering Heights, along with Charlie Covell. They're also responsible for creating the incredible Netflix series Chaos, which I haven't heard of most of these things. Looks like a stellar team to be creating the program, but it lacks any names from developer Don't Nod, which attracted the eye of Divine. So, all right, so we'll leave the article there, but yeah. It's interesting. So, yeah, Amazon Prime, they seem to do some good stuff, which I quite enjoy a few of their TV shows. Yeah. Especially like The Boys, loved The Boys. Invincible, that's a really great TV show. I want to get back to season 3. So, yeah. Don't know what to think about it not having any of the original creators. That's interesting. And from reading what I read, I don't know whether it involves Max or Chloe, or it's going for one of the other set of protagonists from Life is Strange 2 or True Colors, or going for its own thing. I don't know, but yeah, give me more of this series, but it could turn out not that great either with none of the original creators or anything, but seems like it's got a good pedigree anyway. But
yeah. Love games are just so big now that these other mediums, there's so many fans that that gets created, and it just goes on and discovers new fans, and people play the games, and it's a great cycle. It's good.
Yeah, so I'll be like, when this comes out, I'll probably watch it straight away. Very excited for it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it actually gets off the ground. It's got the green light, but
Yep.
as far as actually getting it anywhere, we'll see. But yeah,
We'll see.
Josh, that brings us to the end. Anything that you'd like to bring up before we scurry on out and close the lights?
Manifesting a direct this week and Metroid Prime 4's release date. Give it to me, Nintendo, please.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Do you have any expectations for a direct? Do you feel confident?
I believe it's happening. It's happening. Like there's too many too much blowing in the right direction all at once, I think. And with the lineup for the Super Mario Bros. 40th, Nintendo would be crazy not to do something. So, yep, it's happening. And because the Thursday's the 11th of September, that's why it's the Friday as well. So probably Saturday morning for us, maybe.
Saturday morning.
Maybe. But we'll see.
That doesn't seem right. I don't know. Saturday morning? Have we ever had a Saturday morning direct? Waking up?
Not usually, no. But because of it being September 11, I think, and the actual anniversary of Super Mario Bros is on the 13th, which is the 13th, which is the Saturday. So, but for those in the States, that would be, if it's Saturday morning for us, it'd be Friday. So that's the 12th for them.
They're gonna stick to it. They're gonna stick to it that hard, but they're gonna make those poor Nintendo staff work on the weekend.
Maybe.
Or they just schedule it on YouTube and shut the doors and go, yeah, it should be fun. Nothing bad will happen. It won't leak.
Very much doubt that. Very much doubt that. Yes. So, yeah. Yep. I'm expecting it.
You're expecting it. I'm not.
Yep.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the cog in the wheel. Now we're not getting it. Getting nothing.
Oh, do you actually think that?
We're not getting another. We're not getting another Nintendo game ever again. No.
I mean, if you go into that, yeah, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Yep.
I think there's a massive chance of getting a Nintendo Direct in September because we usually do, but I'm gonna say nah, not this week. You know why? Just to be a contrarian.
Week after, yeah, maybe the week after. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a great point. They just why not make it the week after? Honestly,
they might have forgot. It'd be like your mate texting you a couple of days after your birthday. Oh, happy birthday for last Tuesday, mate. You're like, yeah, thanks. Maybe they'll do that to Mario. Like, yeah, it's my 40th. It's a big one. You kind of missed it, boys. So, how bad? How about some beers on the weekend? How's that float your boat, Mario? And he's like, yeah, not bad. Thanks, mate.
Maybe. Yeah. Very good point. It could be next week. Very good point. Like, and it doesn't matter. If it's a few days after that actual day, then it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
This matters so much, Josh.
Doesn't.
This is life and death. Now, I will say one event I am looking forward to a lot is actually there's an Apple press conference happening tonight. New iPhone and all that type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Do I care about the new iPhone? iPhone? No, I don't. I don't need a new phone. My phone's fine. I don't really want to be spending that money on a new phone because mine's fine. But my AirPods Pros died the other day, and I've been raw dogging work with no music, no podcasts. I'm behind on fucking everything. So I'm that close to basically the AirPods Pro 3s coming out. So I'm like, there's no point going to the shops to get the other ones. So I'm just hanging out. I'm like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and I'm going to bloody buy a pair. And if they don't get announced, I'm going to be very grumpy.
We'll be grumpy, yeah.
Well, I guess I just waited a couple of weeks for fucking nothing. Thanks, Apple.
Yep. I reckon it'll be next week. I reckon they won't happen tonight. It'll be next week. They'll change it.
Oh, sons of a bitch. Those sons of a bitch. I go to Tim Cook's office and go, can I just give me a free pair then? I don't want to buy the old ones, but...
Yeah, just give it to me. Come on.
You just open the drawer full of them. Here you go, Drew. I can't do a Tim Cook impression. Anyway, that's enough.
I don't know what he sounds like. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a nice man. A nice, rich man.
I'm an Android man.
No, probably not.
Not tell you.
He's like, I love installing the AKPs. I love it. Side loading. Who knew? Yeah, I've been enjoying as an Apple fan. I've been really enjoying my little Android handhelds. Just they can be my little Android tinkering device. It's a lot of fun to tinker with Android, but Not my phone. I'll be restricted there. Master
Yeah.
Apple can tell me what to do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I won't install any games on my phone. Yes, Tim Cook. I do what you tell me to do.
Drew, Michaela swapped to Android and she's been loving it. She's been raving about it. So join us.
Oh,
Actually do it. Come on.
She's like, oh my God, I love Android. Like the way I check Facebook now is so different. It's just like the icon looks a bit different. And like my friends, they're a different color in the textbooks. Don't know why I went New Zealand there, but it came out like that.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that accent you're trying to do? I was trying to work that out.
Yeah, I'm trying to work it out too. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll leave you with Nintendo Jukebox this week because Golden Sun, The Lost Age, and the original game just got added to Nintendo Music. So I just picked a random song, and that happens to be the main theme for Golden Song, The Lost Age. So please enjoy it as we exit out of this. But everyone, thank you very much for listening to the show. Really appreciate it. Josh, it was great talking to you. And until next time, guys.
As always.
As always, Josh. But until next time, guys, the doors to the House of Mario, they're closed. We'll catch you later. The House of Mario, a Nintendo podcast, is proudly recorded in South Australia. It's hosted and produced by me, Drew Agnew, alongside my co-host, Josh, or JT if you like. Be sure to check out youtube.com/iDrewby, where I share all of my other content and stream the House of Mario live every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time. Join the Homestead Discord to be a part of our growing community, chat with fellow Nintendo fans, and get involved with the show through our mailbox channel. And don't miss JT's fortnightly Nintendo podcast, Nintendo Maniacs. Each episode features a brand new guest, and if you love the House of Mario, you'll feel right at home there too.